Hi guys, this is Online Dude. There's my logo, by the way. Basically, I bought a spy camera, sort of spy glasses. There's HD 720 eyewear, and it's got obviously a camera inside. You can see the glasses here, and you can see over here little holes there and little holes there, and that's where the camera is on the left hand side. Okay, and one other thing with this camera, with these glasses, if you're trying to find out where to put the micro SD card, if you look over here in the left hand corner where the glasses fold over, you'll see in the side here you can put your SD card in there. Do you see that? My SD card slots in there. I don't want to unpull it out because I'm holding the video camera at the same time. But in the corner there, you slip your SD card with the SD card logo pointing upwards into there. Okay, so the SD card goes in there, and as you can see over here, there's only one button. There's one button. That's the only thing that counts. The button over there, do you see it? The button over there. All right, so that's the only thing that counts. Let me just first get rid of this torch. I don't know if it's going to go off anyway. I'm trying to get rid of the light here. This bloody camera. Anyway, what happens is, if I push this button just for 2-3 seconds, for 2-3 seconds, it's called a long push. What happens is, did you see a blue light go on there? In fact, that shouldn't go on. Let me do that again. If I push again for 2-3 seconds, do you see for 2-3 seconds? What happened is there's a red light permanently on. That's the most important point, is that the red light is permanently on. When you see the red light permanently on, it means it's in standby mode. That means it's on, but it's doing nothing. If you were to push this button again for 2-3 seconds, it will now flash 2-3 times. Do you see that? That means it's recording a video. If you were to push again for short 1 second push, or 1.5 second push, see, it goes back to being a permanent red light. That means that it's now stopped the video and it's back into standby mode. If you were to just push this button now in standby mode just for 1 second, instead of a long push or short push, just for 1 second, you see, it went off and went back on again. That means it took a photograph. So it took a photograph in standby mode when you push it for a short push for 1 second. If I was to push this button, it's in standby mode. If I was to push it for 2-3 seconds, it'll then flash 3 times. It means it's taking a video now. And if I was to push that for 1 second short push, it goes back to standby mode. Do you see there's a blue light coming on as well? That doesn't mean anything. All it really means is that your power is low. Your battery is low. If I now hold this for 2-3 seconds, hopefully, hold it again for 2-3 seconds. Do you see that? I hold it for 2-3 seconds, but then I held it for another 2-3 seconds. If I held it for 2-3 seconds, that means the video is going to come on, doesn't it? But when I held it for another 2-3 seconds, it went blue. What blue means, it means it's off. It's off. It's off, and that's what it means. And also, when you sometimes see the blue light flashing, when the red light goes, say when you start recording and it's say 3 flashes of a red light, but then you also see a blue light for a split second, that means your voltage is low. But when you see the strong blue light like that, after pushing it for 2-3 seconds, you know that now it's off. Okay, so now it's off. And now to turn it back on, I'm just going to hold it for 2-3 seconds and hopefully it'll come back on. You see it's permanently on now. The red light's on, so that means it's in standby mode. I hope so. I'll just double check that. I'll hold it down for 2-3 seconds. 2-3 seconds means it's recording. I'll then push it once. And now it's gone back into standby mode. And hopefully now if I push it for 2-3 seconds twice, it'll go off. 2-3 seconds. It's recording mode now. 2-3 seconds. It's off. So that's the secret. The secret is, which I just worked out right now, is that when it's on, it's got a permanent red light. Then when you push it for 2-3 seconds, a long push, it goes into recording mode, a video recording mode. But if you then push it for 1 second, it goes to off recording mode, back into standby mode. But this is the secret. When it's in standby mode, hold it down for 2-3 seconds, it goes into recording mode, and then hold it down for another 2-3 seconds, it goes into off mode, hence the blue light. So that's the secret. The secret is the only thing that counts is the red light. When the red light's on, it means it's on and it's in standby mode. And then when you want to take a video recording, you hold it down for 2-3 seconds, it goes into video recording mode. If you then hold it for 1 second, it turns the video recording off. But if you don't do that, if you hold it down for 2-3 seconds while it's in video mode, it will then go into off mode. The blue light will flash. And when you're doing your, when you're recording or when you're taking photographs, photograph is basically, it's running for when it's in standby mode and you just push the button once for one short push, it'll flash once and that means it took a photograph. But no one's taking photographs of this. You're taking video recordings, aren't you? So the bottom line, hold it for 2-3 seconds until you see the red light go on permanently. Then hold it for 2-3 seconds and it will flash 3 times. That means you're recording the video. Then push it once for one short 1 second burst and it'll go off, but back into standby mode. It'll go back into the red light. Then if you want to turn it off, hold it down for 2-3 seconds and then hold it down for 2-3 seconds again. So what happens, it goes into video mode and then after that immediately goes into shutdown mode and you'll see the blue light. I hope I've explained that properly, and thanks very much. Just one other thing, you can see the USB cable. It runs from your computer and they give you a little cable and it connects underneath your right hand side of your frame, and you just plug that in. If I can do that with holding one hand of the camera, and then it's plugged in. And then if you hold the little button, it should be flashing permanently. Do you see the red light? It's now flashing permanently. That means it's charging when you plug it in. It's plugged in to your USB port over here.